What's going on, guys? It is Convicted RS and I'm here with CSGO Weekly, bringing you your weekly dose of CSGO Weekly. So, starting off this week, the first week of April 3rd today, and main thing that's going to happen is the MLG Columbus. Winners going straight to Luminosity Gaming. They take home a massive $500,000 off the $1 million prize pool. Luminosity Gaming won the best of 3 against Na'Vi, winning it in overtime on Mirage, and then an overwhelming Na'Vi on Overpass. If you missed any of the games or matches, and you want to catch up on the highlights, you can download all of their games from the MLG 2016 tab in the watch menu on the CSGO home screen. We'd like to thank all the teams, everyone at MLG, and most of all the Counter-Strike community for making the tournament possible, because if you didn't have a $1 million prize pool, the game wouldn't be nowhere near as exciting. Going over to CSGO Weekly to bring you the second half of what's happened this week.
In day 2 of MLG Columbus, there was a very intense game between Mouse Sports and Flipside Tactics, 31-28, the winners being Mouse Sports. The first match of the day was pretty chaotic between the German team of Mouse Sports and the Ukrainian team of Flipside Tactics on cobblestone. The game began with Flipside leading by 3 rounds after winning the pistol round with the scoreline 7-1 in favour of the CIS team. Mouse Sports called a tactical pause. In the end, Flipside brought the scoreline to a 12-3 before heading into the second half. Thanks to a clutch 1-on-1 from Mouse Sports Nico, the German team kept their tournament hopes alive. Buying in the third round, Flipside succeeded but failed to build on that win as Mouse Sports hit back with a force buy. With the scoreline at 9-13 still in favour of the CIS team, he secured another round with a free kill. The pressure on the German team was high, but the team showcased great fighting spirit to equalise the score at 14-14. Chris J pulled off a great clutch with his AWP, but Flipside rescued the final round, taking the game to the first overtime. The overtime began well for Mouse as they managed to get a 2-1 advantage, but Flipside woke up and answered to bring it to another overtime. The game ended in 31-28 in favour of Mouse Sports.
Going back to me with the final and probably the most shocking piece of news that has happened this week in the CSGO scene, Maikelele announced his departure from Faze. Maikelele, or Michael, Bill has gone onto Twitter to explain that he is leaving the Faze clan following their loss to Liquid and Fnatic and failing to advance to the MLG Columbus playoffs. Maikelele tweeted, "This might come as a shock, but I'll not continue with Faze clan. We'll release a statement about it when I'm home in the from the USA. It's become fairly quiet around the team that was able to almost bust envious out of their seats at the DreamHack clutch, but the major that the French later went on to win. The team sits on a considerably large streak of losses that can even compete with Virtus.pro's recent slump, but VP managed to get back on into the quarterfinals, whereas Faze seemed to lose. It is unclear whether it is a team decision or Maikelele's individual will step back from the roster, but it will nothingless be interesting to follow these events in order to find out who will replace him and where Maikelele's path will be leading him into the future. If you guys think there will be a roster, do you think there will be a roster change that was necessary for Faze, or do you think it's generally a team problem? Leave your guys' ideas in the comments. This is all that's happened this week in CSGO. Huge congratulations to Luminosity Gaming for winning the MLG Columbus 2016. And it's goodbye from me. It's goodbye from CSGO Weekly.